drink break, ginger ale. Something about it I just can't get enough of. Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing an autumn tutorial for you. If you'd like to see how I got this look, then keep watching. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Professional by Benefit and I'm going to apply this all over my face just because it can act as a primer and it makes my face really smooth and it just makes everything glide on so much easier. It's so smooth. I actually found a duplicate for it actually, so maybe I'll do another video showing what I've found, but I really like it. So now that I've applied that all over my face, I'm going to take my foundation, and the foundation I'm using is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. I got this at IMATS last year. I use it quite often. I also use it when I go out at night. I find it's really good for that. The color I'm in is N123. Hopefully, I don't know if that means anything to you, but yeah, that's the color I'm in for this one. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush, which is my favorite foundation brush, just because it blends everything in perfectly and it just makes your foundation look flawless, which is what we all want because we don't want to look like a cake face. Alright, so I'm just going to apply this all over my face. And what I find with foundation is it's so good when you really buff it in. I know that sometimes when I first started using this brush and not really knowing much about application, I guess, I would just kind of like glide it on and just kind of like rub it here and there. But I find that when you really kind of do it in circular motions, it really gets in everywhere and it just makes everything look way more flawless and really good. So I'm just gonna put on a bit more in the areas that I need it, obviously, because you know you need to cover your whole face. Hopefully the color's all right. I have like a massive window right in front of me, so I have a lot of light coming this way, but then I have another window here. Even though the blinds are closed, like a lot of the light is still coming through, so I'm really sorry if like half of my face is really light. I'm just trying to figure this all out, just because I'm using a tripod, which I actually haven't used before. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see what the best angles are, and so I'm just trying out different lighting, so please bear with me for this video. Making sure you also focus on your neck, just because there are too many times where I see girls out in public who have a massive foundation line, and obviously you don't want that because it doesn't look very attractive. So now that I've done all of my foundation, I'm now going to go into the concealer. So the concealer I have, I don't think that they still have this. I think they have a new one, which I don't have yet. But this is the Australis Paparazzi Perfect High Definition Concealer. So this is the one I've been using just because I've had it for a little while, and yeah, I just want to use it all up before I buy another one. But it does the job, it works fine. But I know they have like the new camouflage one, I'm pretty sure it is, so I should pretty much just jump onto that. But I'm just going to be using this one. So with concealer, I just put it under my eyes, so I do like a little line. So I look like I'm some tribal warrior, but that's alright. And then I also put it in the hollows of my eyes as well, so just in the inner corner, because that's somewhere that gets really dark. And I pop a little bit just under my eyebrow, because I find that when I do my foundation, obviously it's so hard to get in there, because obviously I don't want foundation in my eyebrows. So I just put a little bit there just so it will blend in. And then usually I put it on any spots that I find, but my face is actually kind of clear at the moment, so that's really good. So I'm just going to blend this all in. So I'm just using my ring finger to blend it all in, because it's good to pat the concealer on just because your eyes, well, your under eyes are really delicate. Now that that's done, I'm going to go into powdering. So the powder that I've been using is the MAC Studio Fix. This one is in C4, and the brush that I use to powder my face is a Real Techniques brush, and the brush I use is the buffing brush. Probably really weird, but I find that when I press the powder on, it just makes it look so much better. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush and powder up my face. I find that this powder is really nice. Also, the Australis Fresh and Flawless is a duplicate for MAC Studio Fix powder, which is way cheaper and really good value for money. So I have really oily skin, so it's really hard for me to wear different types of foundation. So I usually go for foundation that's oil free, and also with my powder I probably put on a little bit more than the average person, just because especially on my cheeks and my chin and a bit on my forehead, I get quite oily. This light is so weird. That's the thing with working with natural light, is that it just goes in and out of darkness, and it's just really annoying. So I'm really sorry if that's annoying you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is bronze my face. So because I'm quite tan at the moment, I don't know if you can tell, so because I'm quite tanned, I do bronze up my face quite a lot, but only because I want it to match my body. Just because if you saw me in real life, my foundation and powder is probably a little bit lighter than my body at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my favorite bronzer, which is my Model Co Baby Glow, Glow Baby Glow, and it has a massive mirror, and it's just massive, so it's going to last me like twice as long as any other bronzer. It's going to last me a lifetime. And what I use for that is my Real Techniques powder brush, which I use for bronzer. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush, just kind of dab it all over really lightly, because it's better to have less than more, so it's easy to work with. So I just start on the outside of my face, and I really just blend it in, especially on my neck. Okay, so now that I've put on my foundation, put on my powder and bronze my face, it's time to contour. Yay! I don't know why I did that, but I did. So pretty sure my sister has taken my contour brush with her today, but that's okay because I have something else that I can use. So the brush I'm just going to use is the one you get from your Benefit Hoola Bronzer. It's just a really small brush that's perfect for contouring, so that's fine because I've used it many times before, as you can probably tell by the top of it. So I'm just going to dip my brush, I'm just going to, I don't know, just tap my brush into my bronzer. It's hit pan, so that really sucks because it's one of the best. So I'm just going to apply this where my cheekbones are, hollows on my cheekbones, and just blend it in soon. So to contour, it's pretty easy. I just see where the hollow on my cheek is, and because I have high cheekbones, it's really easy to see, as you can kind of already see the line already. So I just focus on that line and draw my own little line with my bronzer. If I go out at night, sometimes I will put a piece of cardboard there to make it a really strong line, and then I'll just blend it in afterwards. So you need to make sure you kind of blend it up into your hairline as well, just because you don't want it to look like a patch of just, you know, a line. So as you can see, that's added heaps to my cheekbones, because with contouring you don't want it to look too harsh, I guess. You want it to kind of look natural. And then I add a little bit on my temples as well, so blend that in. So now that I've done that, I'm actually going to leave that for now and do my blush after. So what I'm going to do now is my eye makeup. So with this one, I'm just going to go really kind of natural and neutral. So I'm going to start off with my Face of Australia matte eye primer. So this is just going to make sure the colours stand out and that they go on nicely. So I'm just going to lightly apply this all over my lid. And I find with this eye primer, you really just have to dab your finger in lightly, just because heaps goes onto your finger and you don't want your eyes to look white and be really sticky. So it's so easy to just dab your finger in there and put it on. And it's flesh toned, so that's really good as well. Just because I find flesh toned eye primers are the best to work with. And I put a little bit underneath on my lash line as well. So with eyeshadows today, I'm going to be using my Inglot palette that I made at IMATS last year. And I'm just going to be using this fluffy brush. I think it's from Crown Brush. It doesn't actually say a number on it, so I'm really sorry, but any fluffy brush will do. So my blending brush. And I'm just going to use this dark brown colour. Sorry. Just going to use this dark brown colour here, and I'm going to apply this in my crease, just because dark brown is just really good for this look. And yeah, this is the palette I made. So I did the Freedom System, so you can choose whatever you want, and there's different size palettes and you can just choose what you want and make your own palette, which is really fun. So I'm just going to apply this in my crease pretty lightly. I'm not going to go overboard because it is quite a dark brown. I just really want this to give my eye a little bit more dimension. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit on my lower lash line. You can't really tell, but just the tiniest bit. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go on to my lid colour, and I'm going to be using my Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay for this one. So I'm just going to get a flat shader brush. This one's from Crown as well. It's their C209 chisel pointed fluff brush, so it's just any brush will do. And then I'm going to go in with Booty Call in my Naked 2 palette. So it's this one. It's quite a baby pink kind of ivory shimmery colour. I use this every day whenever I do my makeup. I use it every day on my lid just because it looks really natural and it's just a really nice colour and it's cute and pretty. And we all like cute and pretty, so why not? So I'm just going to put this all over my lid. And I put a little bit in my tear duct as well. So next I'm going to tightline, and I hate doing this in camera because it looks so awkward and just really uncomfortable. But I'm going to be using my Model Co gel eyeliner. I'm just getting my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. It's in Ice Mocha and it is my favourite. So I'm just going to line my waterline with this one. The next thing I'm going to do is mascara. So for mascara, I'm going to be using a Topshop mascara. So this one is the Topshop 3D Curve. This one's okay. It's a little bit clumpy, but I don't know, you can work around. So now that I've done my eyes, I'm now going to move on to my eyebrows. So as usual, I'm using my Eyeshadow, however you say it, brow kit, and I'm going to be using my Sigma angled brow brush, and this is E75. So now I'm going to go on to blush, and the blush I'm using is a NARS blush, and this one is in Sex Fantasy. Just going to be using my Sigma brush as well. This one is in F40 and it's their large angled contour brush. So with my lips, I'm going to be taking my Essence lip liner in Femme Fatale, so it's a really nice red, and I'm just going to line my lips with this. And I'm going to fill them in a little bit as well. So I've kind of just done a rough fill in with that. So what I'm going to do with my lipstick is I'm going to take my favorite red lipstick at the moment. Well, I guess you can call it a lipstick. So it is my Designer Brands Chubby Stick. And this one is in Kiss and Tell Red. So it is my favorite. I'll show you it. And this is it. I think this is the perfect red because it's not too light and it's not too dark, and it's really wearable, and yeah, it's just really nice. So I'm just going to fill in my lips with this one. And that's that. So this is my completed look. I really like it. It's really wearable. It's really good for day or night, and I love this lipstick color. It's just my favorite red at the moment. So I really hope you enjoyed this, and if you like the video, please thumbs up and subscribe. And also, if you have Instagram, feel free to follow me. I'll put all the links down below to my social media, so feel free to follow me and say hi. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.